is Christian Horner, who joins us now. Congratulations, Christian. Another pole position for Max Verstappen, his 8th this year, his 28th career. And what a lap it was. Over 5/10 he pulled out.
An amazing performance. I mean, very, very tricky conditions. The track constantly evolving. It's very much a moving target. And he kept his head with so much pressure on his shoulders this weekend. You know, on a circuit like this, with conditions like that, it's, you know, everything can go wrong. But he got it right, and his preparation for that final lap was perfect, and then he just nailed it. So a massively impressive gap at a circuit as tight as this.
We heard a little bit of radio chatter between Max and GP again, another race. We know they're like an old married couple. Are we reading too much into the slight needle that's emerging between the two of them?
Well, that needle's been there for the last, 5-6 years, I would say at least. So it's nothing new, it's business as usual. And I think GP does a good job of just, you know, it's very easy for things to run away with you quite quickly, of just, you know, settling him, giving him the right information he needs, and allowing him to focus on what he needs to do. And yeah, you know, they work together and deliver the result that they have today, which is fantastic.
Do you mind when you're sitting and listening to the driver and the race engineer having this sort of discussion mid-qualifying? And to us, it just sounds a little bit spiky. We had the same in Belgium. The results are obviously the results, and there's nothing doubting them. But do you mind hearing like team members having these disagreements on air or anything like that?
Well, the only problem is that you've got about 200 million other people listening to it. So I don't have any issue with it. They know each other inside out, and you've got to be a strong character to race engineer Max Verstappen. And, you know, GP is exactly that. And I think that, you know, Max respects GP, and, you know, he would eat alive other engineers in the pit lane. So you know, it's all about that trust and that relationship, and there's zero filter, which unfortunately, or for the benefit of you guys, you get to hear. But you know, sometimes it can be entertaining. But it's just a very honest and open relationship.
Yeah, for sure. We very much enjoy it, don't we? Christian, I must ask, while Max Verstappen is very happy in pole position, Sergio Perez P7 and 1.3 seconds behind. He will not want that sort of deficit to Max Verstappen. Where do you think that pace has been lost today? Well,
look, I mean, it's an incredibly tricky session. We've seen, you know, numerous people not even get to Q3, and I think that, you know, Checo hasn't just quite extracted that one lap performance out of the car. He's still in the, you know, in the top 7, and let's see. I mean, I think he can race. We've got a good race car. You know, I think he can have a good race from there. So, but obviously, I don't think anybody was in Max's league today.
No.
We talk about this quite a lot over recent races, that disparity between Max and Checo. We were talking about it on our mid-season review show. Yep. You guys running for the perfect season, and it's been such a run. And as Jolien pointed out mid-season, if anything's going to stop you guys, it probably might be something mechanical. To have Checo starting so far behind everybody, having to make those positions up, how does he turn this around? Because we know Max is phenomenal.
Yep.
And he's pulling amazing laps out of that car and amazing races out of that car, but we know how brilliant that car is as well. It should be a front row lockout every weekend, surely.
No, look, I mean, Checo's acutely aware that his weakness has been on a Saturday. His Sundays are fantastic, and I think that you know, his recovery from being out of position on the grid this season, he's one of the highest overtaking drivers, you know, statistically on you know, in the championship. But
because he's starting so far
yes,
back.
Because he's giving himself a harder time to do that. But you know, he's still won 2 Grand Prix. He's still got a 40-point margin over second place in the championship. He's finished second 4 times. You know, he's bringing in the points. He just needs to get more out of the Saturdays, which has been his Achilles heel.
Great stuff. Christian, just before we let you go, what's the realistic optimal result for tomorrow, given this track can be difficult to overtake on?
For Checo, there's no reason why, with the grid that we have, that he shouldn't be fighting for a podium position by the end of the race. And so it's going to be fascinating to see with Tardeg. Is it going to be a wet race, dry race, bit of both? You know, who knows? So, yeah, anything is possible.
Anything's possible. Thank you very much, Christian.
Thank you.
Congratulations today. Cheers.